Hi guys, hopefully you can hear me. Welcome to the training for today. Let's see if you can hear me. It appears that I've been I set up two streams, one for today's tutorial and another for a total organist community and trio sonata training, right, which should be afterwards, but mistakenly it wasn't scheduled afterwards but before. So the software picked up the earlier version, and that's why I've been talking for 14 minutes, I think, to myself on the other feed. All right. But we'll we'll continue now, or pick up from where I left. Okay, from the beginning. Let's do from the beginning. All right. Welcome. Today is Learn with Vidas session, and this is dedicated to the improvisation of Gregorian Chant tune In Paradisum from the Requiem Mass. Right? That's the ceremony for the deceased afterwards. After the Mass, the last chant is In Paradisum, just before moving the casket, let's say, right, in Roman Catholic Church. We're doing this because in many Roman Catholic churches, the month of November is dedicated to the memory of the deceased, of the departed, and therefore it is appropriate. Okay, so let me know if you can hear me, guys, who are in the live chat. Niels, hi. Dawn, hello. Who is also joining live? I see 5 people today so far, so say hello and maybe ask some questions. Okay, so I'm already set up registration for you. We are in the Haarlem Philharmonie organ, clavicle organ, and this is sampled by Svelling. And here is the registration. You could see a beautiful string sounds on the positive, with flutes and contrabass on the pedals. Chant would be on the receive with the clarinet and tremolo and cordon. And then grand org will have the 2 flutes. Faster passages. And we will do this in alternation. I'll teach you how to do it. Right? It's actually very simple, very simple. So let's take a look at the score. Score. It's basically 4-line notation. You've seen it before from the Gregorian Chant collection Graduale Romanum Ordinarium Mise Kyriale. It's called Kyriale, and there is no sort of strict rhythm here, only approximations. Regular notes are either 8 notes or triplets, depending on how you group them according to the text. In the groups of 2 or 3, and at the end of phrase, let's say, or the sentence, there is like a dot next to the note. That's a longer note, or a note with the dot and even a stem. That's even longer, right? Or yeah, that's about it in this case. Sometimes it would be like a dash under the note. That's also longer. And we just basically read those notes from left to right. Sometimes notes are next below it, under each other, right? On top of each other, basically. So we start from the lower note to the upper note, like in the second line. After the word adventu, there is a second word suscipiant, all right? And the first syllable sus, two notes, right? Lower note and the upper note, and we first sing or play the lower note and then the upper note. And this is the mode 7, number 7. You can see the number 7. It's basically the mode of G, but without F sharp, like Mixolydian mode in modern times. You could do the scales. It sounds still very beautiful. But of course we will create beautiful melodies instead of scales, right? Right. So let's talk about what we could do with this tune, In Paradisum. The form is, I already discussed it a little bit with the registration opened up. I will be playing chant fragments, right? And in alternation with the faster passages on the grand org, chant on the réci with the clarinet, and with the flutes, faster passages on the grand org. When there is a time to breathe, take a breath after each phrase. In Paradisum deducant te angeli, right? There is a stop there, the dash, right? Not dash, but like a incomplete bar line, right? That's typical for Gregorian chant, to take a breath, larger breath than after the word in Paradisum. After Paradisum, also a short line, but a smaller one. And that's the first motive after which schola enters. But the first word in Paradisum is the first motive is in like an intonation by the cantor. So that's the typical way of singing it. But definitely they naturally take a breath after each phrase or sentence, where you can see either incomplete bar line or two bar lines in the third line, let's say. All right. So what we can do with this is very simple. The first step is simply playing it with our right hand, the chant. Take a solo registration if you have on the reed, right? On the upper manual perhaps. And let's try to play. I will play just a single line. I will turn the mic off so that you could hear it. That was the first part of the chant. After the word Jerusalem, there is a stop, and I stopped there. And then we have another part, chorus angelorum, te suscipiat et cum Lazaro quondam paupere aeternam habeas requiem. So let me play that part as well. Okay, so that was step one, basically playing the chant. Now, step two would be playing some melodic lines between the chant tunes, right? Based on the same mode, the mode of G in Mixolydian, right? But on the flute registration. So let me do it for you. And let me explain how I do it. I have a very simple position. Fingers 1, 2, and 5. It's very, very natural. If I play 1, 2, 5, 1, 2, 5, 1, 2, 5, 1, 2, 5, I don't need to think what to play. Could be 1, 2, 1, 2, 4 as well. In alternation, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 5, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 5. Like this. Don't play too fast at first. 1, 2, or this. You could play entire scale based of this. Or down. Like this, right? So that's the interludes that we will be doing in between chant phrases. Okay, left hand. What we'll be playing with the left hand? Maybe not the left. Left hand is a little difficult. Pedals first. Okay, pedals will be very, very slow. And if you look at the pedal board, you could see my foot on the note G. That's the first scale degree, right, of this mode. Another note that we could be preparing also is D, the fifth scale degree, or the fourth scale degree C. So basically we need, let's say, 2, 3 notes, or maybe if you are more adventurous, you could add a little more notes, but still everything without any sharps or flats, just everything on the scale of G, Mixolydian, like this. Actually, you could play a scale, but very, very slowly. That could be like maybe a whole note and a half, or 2 whole notes combined, 2 measures at a time, right? Depending when you want to change it. It's all up to you, but very, very slowly. Much faster, much slower than the left hand. And left hand is again slower than the right hand part. The right hand part plays the chant, so it's in 8 notes and 8 note triplets usually. Left hand is probably in half notes, right? 4 times as slow. And the pedals is probably 4 times slower than the left hand, and that would make sense, hopefully. So let's take a look what we could play with the left hand. Either 3-note chords or 4-note chords, whatever you want. Let's do 3-note chord. If you see, it all has to be stepwise motion. No, not like this. Not like this, right? But if you could play a scale from the notes of G mode, Mixolydian, up and down, maybe it's a little too low, too high, right? Because the tune is already in our way with the right hand part. So maybe try to play it as high as normal church choirs tenors could sing, right? The tenors could sing probably until G loudly enough. So G could be your top note. But lowest note could be C, tenor C. Again, like tenors. So in this range, you could play a number of combinations in stepwise motion based on 3-note chords, either root position chords or first inversion chords, like I'm doing right now. Or let's say second inversion. If you're not familiar with these terms, you would be greatly appreciate and benefit from my music theory courses, seventh chord training and all kinds of chordal workshops. Out in the description of this video, I have the link to the courses available, and of course, Total Organist community can get them without any additional charge. Right? There is another version of the 3-note chords that you could play: a second and a third, or a third and a second. You see? It's called a trichord. Trichord, because it's not like a root position chord, but C, D, F, let's say. Major second and minor third. D, E, G, E, F, A, and so on. You play like this. Or this one, C, E, F. Notice how beautiful it sounds, because everything I play within this mode is within one color. And the note G in the pedals obviously helps to achieve that. It's tonic. It's not a tonic, it's modal thinking, it's modal color, but in terms of tonality, it looks like tonic. It's older than tonic, actually. It's from medieval notes. But if you would like just to play root position chords or first inversion chords or second inversion chords, feel free to do that as well. Yes. Or you could switch sometimes this, and sometimes this. Yeah, it's all improvised. You don't have to do exactly the same thing many times. Second time could be a little different, and it's perfectly fine. And in fact, it's desirable if you make different choices every time. That would mean that you are not too tense about it, not too rigid, not trying to memorize how you're playing. And oh, I like this sound, let's memorize it. No. It's not about memorization. In this case, it's about relaxing and feeling the mode and enjoying the one color that is painted with G Mixolydian mode. Okay. Once we played enough with separate voices, separate layers, right, left pedals, or right pedals and left, now let's do 2 hands at a time. Okay. Let's do it. Let's see. I will play a little bit. 2 hands at a time. Right hand and left hand. Okay, 2 hands at a time. Now let's do right hand and pedals and see how pedals can play a part in this. Very easy to slow, slow, slow pedal points. Okay, that's right hand and pedals. Now let's do left hand and pedals. Basically, accompaniment figures on the positive and the pedals. Try it. Okay, and that's almost the final step. The final step would be to play everything together. Remember, the rule is to play chant phrases and in between play interludes. That's it. That's all there is to it. Sometimes, if you want variety, then you need maybe you could do some episodes, some phrases without pedals, because we need pedals with 16 foot in the bass, contrabass, right? Sometimes if you play too long without any rest in the pedals, the bass becomes too deep, too grounded, and too heavy. It's like in symphonic orchestra. Sometimes you have passages, a lot of times you have passages when cellos double the bass, but sometimes double basses are silent, and that gives the feeling of elevation and not too depressing feeling, right? It has to be a balance. For example, outer movements in Paradisum, that could be with the bass, but chorus angelorum in the middle could be without the bass, right? Or you could alternate one and another, right? With the pedals, without pedals, with the pedals, without pedals. It's all up to you. So let me demonstrate what I mean, and please enjoy it. Okay. So that was In Paradisum. Basically, that's how you could one of the thousands of possibilities you could do it with this beautiful tune, right? It's very beautiful chant, very beautiful mode, and you put together the interludes. It's like a frosting on the cake, like a cherry on the cake. Those passages, right? Today is a very special day. 76 years ago, my dad was born. He would have been 76 years today, but he died in 2012 in April. And I wanted to commemorate his life and work. He was a painter, and I wanted to improvise in the same style, but in a different mode, perhaps, and on one of his different paintings. So let me find the painting that I was looking for. Let me painting, yeah, it's called Blessing, like this. It's called Blessing, and here we have it on the screen. Jesus Christ is blessing the sick. I think that's the sick people, right? There is a passage in the Bible like this. So let me improvise something like this in this vein, without the sheet music, of course, and hopefully you will enjoy it in memory of my dad. His name was also Vidas Pinkevičius, and his motto was "No day without a line." Therefore, he was so prolific and creative because he painted and drew every day, every single day. And of course, his influence and impact on me is very evident as well. Okay, guys, enjoy. This was my improvisation in memory of my dad, Blessing, based on his painting of the same title. Thank you so much, guys, for your support. Dawn, for your virtual coffee. Thank you so much. Everyone else who supported me along the way, very much. I'm very much grateful to you as well. If you want to contribute, if you want to say thanks, all the links are available in the description of this video, or you can do this even on the live chat here as well during the live stream if you're watching it live. Thank you so much. And now we will go with Total Organist community to practice some trio sonata. But next week we'll continue beautiful tradition of making music on Friday on the bench with Vidas. And stay tuned for further, of course, podcast episodes with Osha on Wednesday. So this will be an eventful and hopefully very enjoyable week for you. And remember, when you practice, miracles happen.